How's that weather in your neck of the woods? I know it is crisp and clear here. I am, like the old saying goes, better than I probably deserve to be. A little stuffed up this morning, not bad. Breathing is a little on the, I have a little bit of lung problems here and there and stuff, so if I hack and cough a little bit this morning, well, I apologize in advance. But all in all, feeling great. Looking forward to spring and some warm weather. How was the weather in your neck of the woods today? Not sure yet. Haven't checked the weather yet. Excuse me. I got to get a little mute button for when I cough or sneeze or something. I cough and sneeze in people's ears, I guess. Well, I'll keep them awake, I guess. I probably asked you this before, and I probably have it on some notes that I haven't collected and condensed all on one piece of paper. But what neck of the woods do you live in, Cool Dad? And if I could, I can't remember if you told me you had a nickname or a first name you didn't mind me calling you by. Pennsylvania, that's right, Penn. Ah, you have a friend in Maine. Sean. I don't think I've asked you then because I don't recognize. Well, I mean, I recognize the name Sean, but I don't recognize it in the conversation, so I'll have to write that down. I've got to get that. I've got more notes on people's names and stuff. I got to get them all condensed on a single piece of paper so I can look down at a glance and figure that out. Well, the one thing about getting sick last out of a family, especially have 4 or 5 people around, well, you have a lot more people to kind of look after you and and take care of you. I know when I get sick, I want just the opposite. I want to lay down, go to bed, have some warm things to drink, uh, quiet and peace, and just leave me alone and let till I get better. Have you ever been to the restaurant Primo? Is that in Maine here? It is in Maine. Are there more than one, or where? How is it located to me as far as geography goes? I'm in the Augusta area, a little bit north of Augusta, northwest of Augusta, Augusta, Maine. But it doesn't sound familiar. But there's a lot of restaurants down in Portland area too. Here, I'll click over to uh, a Google page and we will Google it. How's that? Ah, here we go. Rockland. Yeah, down in Rockland, Maine. I just Googled it. I don't get a chance to get down Rockland Way much anymore. I used to years ago. I used to do a lot of work down in there when I was a general contractor. I used to go down and fish quite a bit too often. There's a big breakwater pier just near a Rockland. Did that said Rockland or Rockwood? Because there's a Rockwood too. I'm gonna make sure I'm talking to where I. Well, come on. Yeah, Rockland. Yeah, because there's a Rockwood too. No, it's down in Rockland. Yeah, down near the coast. Well, Rockland's right on the coast. I've been down there many times. Like I say, I haven't been down there in quite a while, but I used to go down quite a bit to fish off the breakwater down there. There's a big long breakwater in there, and it's pretty good. I sure have. I've watched almost every one of his. He's had two or three different channels going on, various different. He had one on the Food Network, and I think he had one on A&E, and he's had various different programs on. Yeah, he's pretty good. I like his no nonsense kind of guy. Kind of get out there and try a little of this and a little of that, and loves to cook. Yeah, it seems to be lagging just a little bit. It's going to lag more on the weekends, anyways, because there's more people online and more people live streaming, uh, which puts a task on everybody's internet source, the person that's typing and the person that's putting it out. Uh, you know, you start getting a lot of people drawing off from the internet, and you have a tendency to slow down a little bit. Well, I enjoy it. It certainly has the seasons. Let's put it that way. And one of the longest season is winter. Seems like uh, you can see winter close to 6 months out of the year. Where's your friend from Maine? Where's he from? Yeah, Augusta is the capital. It's centrally located in the state of Maine. Years and years ago, Portland, Maine used to be the capital, but it's such in southern Maine to it really didn't work out as far as politics and going and stuff, and having the capital central around there, because everybody had to travel from north down so much. So they essentially located the capital and picked Augusta, Maine. Like I say, Portland, Maine is bigger than Augusta, Maine, but the capital is there, and we are. I say they've got probably 65, 70,000 people in Augusta. It's not a very big city at all. I mean, nothing's big here, anyways. I mean, it wasn't too long ago we had under. It wasn't too many years ago we had under 1 million people in the whole state of Maine. So. Yeah, I'm about 15, 16 miles northwest of Augusta, out in the sticks. Let's put it that way. As some people in the uh, Australian part of the world there, they call it Whoop Whoop Land, and I definitely live in Whoop Whoop Land. Oh, my word. Put me on the spot. I have probably many fishing stories, probably lengthy. I plan on doing that's gonna. I'm glad you brought that up. I know there's not very many people watching. There's only 5 people watching, but right now. But I'm gonna have that as a theme. It's going to be your favorite hunting and fishing stories, and I'm going to be involved with it, and I'm going to get the audience involved with it, and see if we can't come up with a live show and on that. I may even do a video on it to begin with, to kick it off, and maybe even a little couple videos, maybe a little series, and then follow that video up with a live stream, and see if we can't get some interaction with some people online about telling their favorite stories and fishing adventures and camping and all kinds of stuff like that, outdoor adventures and stuff. So yeah, that will be coming in the future. Good morning, Jason. How you doing? Jason is from North Kentucky Homestead. I'm gonna quote the old famous Johnny Cash song again to you. How high's the water, Jason? Hope it's not too high and rising. Ah, I love stream fishing. I love brook fishing. I used to go up north a lot and do a lot of brook fishing. It's hard to find a good brook. See, most of the brooks around here aren't stocked. They're all native fish, but it's harder and harder to find those brooks now. Ah, well, stay safe. I know you're up on a ridge down there, and but stay safe. Are there a lot of people in trouble? And I hardly get on the news. I don't watch a lot of TV. So what news I do get, it's usually 3 or 4 days old and recorded on the internet here and there. So I don't watch an awful lot of news other than local stuff. But I hope everybody's safe down there, and there aren't too many people being evacuated and whatnot. We had snow and ice overnight up here again. Not a lot, an inch or so, just enough to make the roads greasy. Do you do? This is for Cool Dad. Oh, actually, Kentucky and Jason too. Uh, are you? Do you do any? Good. Excuse me just a minute, guys. I'm getting a little clogged up here. I apologize, guys. The old lungs are getting the best of me this morning. Oh, good morning, backyard. You must have come in as I was clicking off on a little be right back there, huh? How you doing this morning? Ah, that's no problem. Thank you for coming on and supporting. I appreciate it very much. You have yourself a good day and a good weekend. I'm trying to remember. Oh, do you have the ability to do any little soundtracks or sound bites or something? Like if you was to tell a story or something like that, can you do something like that and put it in a waveform or MP3 or something like that, and send it through the internet waves, you might say? Because like I said, I'm working on a little something as far as the storytelling goes, and it would be cool to have uh, some stories from viewers that have been on the channel and whatnot, and have them, you know, if you don't have the ability to edit and go down through, I can compress and edit them for you. I can put them in, and if you're anything like me, and you, as you're talking, you get a little bit of n and and like that, I can go down through and cut a lot of that out, clean it up per se, and do that type of thing. Yeah, or a video. A video is fine. I might not be able to use the whole video part. I'm really looking for the audio part of it, but I'm able to split audio tracks and video. I could split things up, or I might use the whole video and audio. It's got a lot to do how it goes together. When you do a project, something like that, it's like a jigsaw puzzle. You know, it's sort of like a jigsaw puzzle. You got all the pieces, and they have all the pictures on the pieces, but you don't have the picture of the puzzle itself to put together. So you start putting it together, and that's, and the picture kind of forms as it goes, and then you're figuring out exactly what it is. So it's kind of going to be like that. But hey, work on that, and I'm not going to promise how far or when I can get it out there, but it is something I have in the works. Yeah. Yeah, or if you even want to get a picture in there, like if you take the audio and just do the audio, and you're not worried about what is in the background or something, maybe do part of the audio in front of a stream with a fishing pole, or in the backyard with a fishing pole, sitting in a chair, kind of like look like you're fishing or whatever. Anything like that is fine. But I can split the tracks and get it up. We're gonna put something together, and I'm gonna get the audience and other people involved in it. Let's put it that way. I like to do cool things like that. How you doing, Lino Timo? Lynn Timo. There. I don't know if it's a he or she. I was trying to ask that before, and I don't think they understood. She or he is from Taiwan, learning to speak English, and it's kind of a little broken up or whatnot, but want to welcome them back to the stream. How are you this morning? Oh, that'll be good, Kentucky. Like I said, I don't know if you were in on the conversation when Cool Dad asked me if I knew any fishing stories and stuff, but oh, thank you, Lynn. We got that cleared up. But he wanted me to tell a story and whatnot, and kind of jogged my senses a little bit of some of the things I've got in the works in the background and stuff. And I'd like to do that, but I'd like to get involved with a few other people, and maybe do some live stuff, do some videos, going up to the live, putting it all together, and then kind of mixing a little of that in with the live, and taking it from there. I think it'll be interesting, and I think people will enjoy it. I also, one of the reasons why I'm kind of putting it on the back burner a little bit, when you do a series like that, or a project like that, a little bit of time goes in it, and a little bit of time and work goes into it, and I'm trying to build up my channel a little bit more, so you get a little bit more of that particular product going out to a few more people, if that makes any sense to you. Do not try to say my nickname. I know it sounds odd. Well, I got to look a little closer here. Sir Licks? You just have to not let your mind go in that particular direction. That's all. How are you doing this morning? I can't remember if I asked you before, Jason. Do you hunt or fish much? Well, another way you can do that too, Jay, is I don't know what you're using for an editor, but when I have a noisy segment, like sometimes I'll put a bunch of tracks together and I have a particular segment that I'm not really talking in, it's just background and it's really noisy. I'll take that segment and I'll make sure it's cut in, and I will take the sound completely out. You don't have to split the track, just turn the sound completely off on it, and I'll bring in something else. If you want to have it come out a little bit, let's say, a little more lifelike and not cut it out and just throw music in behind, get yourself some recordings of a drone, just a slight humming of a drone with nothing in the background or anything like that. So you can overlay that into the track, and it's just slightly in the background. So as that video part of the video comes on, all you're going to have is a slight humming in the background, and it's not going to be distracting for your video. Or if it's just the humming of the video you've got, you can cut a piece out and just turn that track down. And you'll have, when it comes to that, you'll fade in and fade out, of course, and then you just turn the track down, so you just have a slight humming in the background instead of the big hum. I've heard some people's videos with drones, and you're right, all of a sudden they'll go from one to another, and you hear this very loud, almost like helicopter-like type, and it's, it's just a matter of fooling around with things. I think it's got a lot to also do with the editing software you're using and stuff. Like I say, I am no pro at it at all. I dabble in a little this, a little that, and somehow try to get the job done. What neck of the woods are you in? I'm going to stab at this name one more time. Sir Licks. All righty. Hey, tell him good luck at the basketball game. I hope they do good. And if they don't, at least they come home safe. Let's put it that way. No broken bones or poked eyes or bruises. You have yourself a good day, and you take care now, sir. Good morning, Alan. Speaking of drones, I'll bet, Jason, have you ever visited Alan's channel? He does an awesome job with drones. Ah. Alan, could I ask you what you use for editing software? I was trying to explain to Jason, trying to figure out splitting his tracks to take out the drone noise on his on some of his videos. I know how I do it, the way I do it, and it's and if you're not familiar with the particular software I use and whatnot, it's kind of hard to explain that over the microphone here and whatnot without having it drawn out in Cyberlink Power Director. Okay. Those are the people that I get advertisements from in my email all the time. I do a little bit, Lynn. Not much. I used to follow baseball quite a bit, but not much. Red Sox fan here, though, if you want to know. Boston Red Sox. What are you using for hardware, Jason? Not hardware, but software for editing. Ah. Yeah, I knew Livn was going to say New York Yankees. Livn is, if you didn't hear me before, Alan is a new supporter from Taiwan, and he's just learning the language now, and he's come on a couple times, and well, for some reason most of the foreigners, I'm gonna call them foreigners, I should say, people from the other lands and whatnot, are love the Yankees. Free movie maker. So is it the movie maker like in that used to be on? They used to put on Windows. Because if it is, I can tell you how to split that really quick. I've used that quite a bit. I use two or three things now to do various different things. All right, I'm going to show you on screen uh, if you recognize the screen to make sure it's the right one, the right editor, and if it is, I'll tell you quickly how to split the track real quick, and it's pretty easy. Hold on just for a second. Let me see if I can pull it up and take a shot of it. Might take a second here. You guys entertain yourself for just a minute, and we will try to. I'm not real good at the pulling stuff up. Okay. Hopefully this won't lag me down very much. Alright, I'll clip that into a new. And name it so I can find it. Yeah, we'll try that. Alright, well, we got it captured. Now I gotta get it over here. I bet there is, Livn. Alright, let me get here. I need a source. image. Windows. Browse. Desktop. Windows. Here we go. All right. Can you see that, Jason? All righty. So I take it she doesn't live in Maine anymore. Okay, so it's not. Okay. Okay. Do me a favor, Jason. Send me a PM or find my email. Better yet, find my email. Go into my channel and hit About. Click on where you find emails. Email me an email so I can get a hold of your email, and I've got a way to get you a version of this that's free, and it works, and it's one I use a lot of. Let's put it that way. I use it 2 or 3 different ones, but it's one I use a lot of, and it's very simple to use, and it works with Windows very well. Yeah, I had a feeling that's what you were going to say. Yeah. You, like I say, send me an email. Look up my email on About on my page, and you'll see my email there. And I think you'll enjoy this here. And there's also some tutorials out showing you how to do it and whatnot. And you can, it's not the best editor in the world, but if you look back through, have you seen very many of my videos? That back through, not the, excuse me. Most of them, I should say, anyways. All right, let me get this off the screen before I... Oh, let's see. All right. Let me... There we go. Hard to get that off in there. Yeah, I'll send you the link. I might even be able to send you the execution file for it. I'm not sure how long it would be. All right, thank you, Alan. See you in a bit. I might even be able to send you that. If I send you that, then, well, like I always say, if I send somebody something, and you should do this yourself, anybody else, if you send a file that's going to be downloaded or something like that, when you get it in your email, right-click on it. You probably know how to do it. Right-click on it and hit the file and just hit scan in for your like McAfee or whatever you're using. Just right-click and scan it. You never know something's going to be picked up going through the internet or whatnot. I scan everything before I start to run things. Yeah, some of those are, what I'm doing now is I've got a couple other editors that I'm not really using, but I'm practicing on, and some of them have such a learning curve, but are very, very good at making videos and stuff, and really help the channels out. But there's such a learning curve. I'm not even going to use it until I get it down practicing and putting videos together and doing various different things. But if you've seen most of my videos, almost every single video you see on my channel is done with the is done with that editor. So if you think the videos look good enough for something you want to put out or whatnot, hey, they're all done on that one editor, and with a few other software things that you can do, look up for as far as compressing your size of your different files and stuff down and whatnot. But they're all done on that editor. Let's put it that way. Good morning, Brady. How are you doing this morning? Well, I will have to thank Cool Dad for doing that. I hope you enjoyed the chit-chat. We're on the subject of editors right now, and movie editors and video editors and stuff. But we usually, as always, are all over the place as far as our chats go. Oh. Well, that's good. I know some of those editors, Jason, can be so frustrating that the video making and it takes the enjoyment of the video making and the picture taking. That I really enjoy that, and when you're putting the stuff together to do the product, the end product and stuff, if you have something that it's really hard to edit with, and you're having difficulties, it puts a strain on the whole project. So it's like you don't put yourself 100% forward, and also you get discouraged. I do anyways. I get discouraged, and just after a while I just throw the whole project aside and say, oh, I'll do it another time or something like that, because things aren't working exactly right. So I think the easier something is, the better the product comes out too at the end on your content, and your content really looks better, and it comes across a lot better. I hope some of that's making sense anyways. Yeah, I hear you there, Brady. I've had enough snow, especially lately, ice and snow. A lot of ice, freezing rain. I don't want to rush summer. I like my springs. Other than the mud season at the very beginning, I like a nice spring. I don't want to rush into summer. Ah, well, maybe I can help you out with that too, Jason. Do you do everything on your laptop and store everything on your laptop, or do you have another drive, like an external drive you can put stuff on? Because that helps a lot when you're doing editing and stuff. When you start doing editing, you start getting so many copies of different things that you're doing. You might have a certain size file for the videos that you're doing, but then all of a sudden, when you start editing, a lot of that gets copied into your system and stuff. So you have, it fills up your computer pretty quick. Don't blame me a bit. I don't know if you have a Tractor Supply nearby, but the last time I looked at the ad at Tractor Supply, I think they were running 20 or 30% off on their rubber boots. You're going to have to explain that one to me, Lynn. I don't know exactly what a TOEIC test is. Hopefully, it's not anything life threatening. Ah, were they 20, 30% off? Yeah, I saw that too. Yeah. Oh, so you bought the more expensive pair. Wow. Yeah, they are good. They are good. I don't get the more expensive pair. Uh, in fact, the last pair of boots I got, I ended up cutting 3/4 of the top off because the top was so narrow. I could get my leg into them no problem, but it was a pain. I wanted something I could just walk up to, slip my feet into, run down and do what I need to do. Spring here you get a lot of mud. I'm sure you get mud season down your way too. Yeah, very soft tops and lightweight. Yep, exactly. Lightweight makes a big difference if you're doing a lot of. I don't know if you've seen any of my winter videos where I've got those heavy rubber bottoms with the leather tops on and the real thick liners in them. Although those are very very warm boots and rugged, boy, those are heavy. You walk around removing snow and snow blowing for the day and stuff like that, and you did some walking with those on. So, what neck of the woods do you live in, Brady? Good morning, Adam. How you doing this morning? We're just having a chit chat about a little of everything. Uh, Editing softwares and hunting, fishing, and speaking of hunting and fishing, Adam has a great channel uh, and does a lot of outdoor stuff. If you're into a trapping series or something like that, he has a little bit of footage on that and does a great job. He does a great job on it editing. I do believe he was out with your boy the last time I saw a video. I think out with your boy hunting up some rabbits. I do believe. I'm not exactly sure, but I think it was rabbits. Oh, okay. I see you now, Lynn. Well, I hope you do well in it. Good morning there, Northeast. Yeah, no, I don't blame you a bit on that one, Jason. Oh, good morning to you. I don't have my paper in front of me, but I'm going to take a stab at it. I'm almost positive. I wouldn't swear to it. Dave, right? Northeast. I've got to get these names down a little bit better than I have been. Okay. Oh, how you doing down there? A little wet this morning, are we? We got a little bit of snow overnight, mostly sleet and frozen stuff. Yeah, you're exactly right, Adam. I try to get them down. I write them down on all kinds of pieces of paper on my desk when I'm doing, especially when I'm doing a live thing. And the problem is, I get them written down. The problem is two things actually. The problem is I got to get them all centrally located on one tablet so I can look at a glance. And the second thing is reading my own writing. I think somehow I was took over a doctor's prescription writing course or something because sometimes I can't read what I wrote. 55 today. Well, you're going to get a little warmer than we are up here. What have you got coming up for videos, Adam? Trapping season must be coming pretty much to a halt, huh? How's your yard birds, Dave? Are they back laying for you good shape? Ah, yeah. You must be able to do some late ice fishing up there. I've always enjoyed my favorite time of ice fishing, although I haven't done any in quite a few years, but I've always liked late February, early March, long as you had good weather and the ice held up. It seems like I always had more luck that time of year than I did any other time of year. Plus, when ice fishing starts in January and that time of the year, it seems like it's bitterly cold, wind blowing, 40 below out there, and it's not very enjoyable. Let's put it that way. Seems like with the longer days and the weather a little bit better, late February into early March is a great ice fishing season. Well, I hope the new job's going good for you. Sometimes you got to do what you got to do, and unfortunately, some of the things that we like to do, as far as activities go, get put on the back burner because of jobs. And, well, I guess that's just life. All right. How many you got, Dave? No, I can't say I have, Livn. I've heard of it, but I haven't watched it. No. Isn't that a TV show from a ways back? It sounds familiar. It just sounds like it was a few years back that I heard that, but I may be wrong. It's happened before, many times. Exactly. I know exactly what you're saying. I can't wait till the little warmer weather gets here. I can get my granddaughters back involved with doing a little bit of working around the yard birds, and they want to do the giant pumpkin contest thing this year, and we're going to take a stab at a big one. We got one not last year, but the year before that was, I don't know, 80, 85 pounds or something like that. But we're going to make a nice pumpkin bed this year here, and we're going to try for something over 100 pounds, and uh, we're going to take a stab at it. Well, there you go. Yeah, some nice meat in the freezer, huh? Yeah. Now, do you when you process your rabbits or chickens or whatever you're processing, do you use a vacuum sealer? Yeah, it sure is, Adam. It is a big pumpkin. The the pumpkins that there's a couple channels. I don't know if you saw any of the channels out there. There's a few channels that get together each year, and we all have a kind of a little contest. No big. That's good, Dave. I hate to skip around on and different things, but yeah, that's good. Makes your meat last a lot longer and a lot less freezer burn is what I was getting at with the vacuum sealing. But back to the big pumpkins and stuff. There's a few channels on, and there's no big prizes or anything. It's just more about pride and sharing techniques and various different things. It's just a lot of fun. Put together a few videos and whatnot. I don't know if you know anything about the giant Atlantic pumpkins, Adam, but for some people, 100 pounds is a baby. There's a few people out in the Midwest there, in the Ohio Valley and around that way, that I think the record is close to 2,000 pounds. I mean, that is a big pumpkin. Of course, they're not used for anything other than feeding animals or whatnot. They're not, they're not like a pie pumpkin or anything like that. But they don't even eat well. But they're a lot of fun to grow, especially if you get kids involved. Trying to get them a little bit bigger and a little bit bigger, and trying to keep the bugs off of them and ruin them, the squash bugs and stuff. But it's a lot of fun. Let's put it that way. I don't know if you do a garden, Adam, and I can't remember if you do any gardening at all. But I know you get involved with the kids in on your videos and stuff. But if you get involved with any gardening, you ought to take a stab at it. Just pick a little spot off the side, make a mound, and get a few Atlantic pumpkin seeds, and either start them early in the spring and put them out and let the kids get involved with it. They'll get a big kick out of it because they get a little bored at it first, but once that pumpkin starts forming a little bit, you see those little eyes just light right up, and it's almost like to them, it's like, whoa, we growing this, And then as it gets bigger, they're checking it. They want to go out every day and check the size of it, and they start measuring it with measuring tape, all that kind of stuff. You're right. You're right, Adam. The one that I looked at, I swear, was as big as a Volkswagen. Oh, that's good, Dave. Are you going to take a stab at that the pumpkin contest this year? Coffee is getting down there, and it is getting cold. Well, we have only a few people talking, but we got 8 watchers, and I want to thank them for watching still anyways. I know some people sign on and then they kind of park it in the background just for support of my channel and trying to give me some watch time, and I just want to take the time to thank those people out there that are doing that, because like I said, any watch time right now is much appreciated, and I thank all you guys for doing that. It really helps a lot, and we'll get the channel up and running a little bit better. And anyways, a big thanks out there. Have yourself a cup of coffee and a donut on me, guys. Oh. All right, Adam. Thanks for stopping in. I appreciate it very much. Like I said just a few minutes ago, any watch time is much appreciative, and kind of gets those minutes up there a little bit. So you have yourself a good day and a nice weekend. Take care now. Baker Creek. That sounds familiar. Have you ever ordered from Johnny Seeds up in Waterville, Maine here? I hear a lot of people order from there. In fact, my daughter-in-law and her sister just came back from there. Most of their seeds come bulk because the farm up there is kind of large, and you're going to buy it by bulk. But there's quite a few seeds that they buy on a smaller scale, including some veggies and stuff, but a lot of various different what do you call them? I can't think of what you call them now. Flowers. Yeah, I can't think of flowers. They do a lot of flower seeds, cut flowers and stuff, and sell at the farm and whatnot. And they do a great job at that. So they're up. They go up there each year, and they've already done their yearly shopping spree up there. All right, thank you, Livn, for stopping by. The support is much appreciative. Hey, and good luck on that test if you don't get back between then. I don't know how hard the English test is that you've got, but well, your typing's coming good, so good luck on it. Hey, I'm going to take a quick break, guys. Here, I need to freshen up my coffee and hit the men's room just for a minute. I'll be probably 2 or 3 minutes. You want to talk amongst yourself, or maybe take a quick coffee break yourself. If anybody leaves while I'm gone, hey, you have yourself a good weekend. If not, I will be right back in a few minutes. Take care. All right, back again here. Sorry for the break, but I needed to freshen up coffee and get rid of a little bit of the previous coffee, if you know what I mean. See who? Oh, how you doing, Kitty? See you come in to join us. How is Norway today? I don't know what it is about Norway, but I'm always thinking fish when I Norway. I think of when I say how's Norway, it's almost like, is it fishy today? I know fish is a big. Good morning, Christy. How you doing, babe? Are we awake yet? Seems it's only, 10 minutes of 8? Yeah, I know that, Kitty. Norway is pretty cold here, too. Are we talking with the Mr. or the Mrs. today from Norway? Yeah, in the middle of the... Yeah. I've got to fix this window here. Hold on for a minute. I'm getting a flood of light in here. There we go. There we go. All right, it is Mr. What are we having for dinner today? And I'll put you on the spot. Make sure she can't hear us now. Is she a good cook? That's a loaded question for you, I know. But, Filipino food. Well, I knew the yes was coming no matter how good a cook she was. I knew the yes was coming because if it didn't come with a yes, probably a frying pan was going to follow that at any minute. Oh. So if you just woke up, Christy, you're probably on your phone then, huh? Ah. I just noticed I had lost my pop-up chat on my window there for a minute there. I had to fix that. What's on everybody's menu for the day? Everybody got weekend plans? Or they're going to just sit back and chill and a few coffees and donuts? Ooh, God, I warmed that coffee up nice and hot, that's for sure. That is for sure. Oh, let's see what we got here. Still got 5 here. I would never have guessed that, babe, at all. You reading. No, I would never have guessed that. And if anybody in chat believes that statement, then, well, I have some oceanfront property right in the middle of Kansas City area that is going pretty cheap. I think everybody is off cooking breakfast or dinner today. Mr. Kitty, you said Filipino food. Any particular recipe or dish? I'm a little familiar with Filipino food. I wish I had a plan. Oh. How's the weather down there, Christy, today? A little warmer? Gonna warm up today? The lag seems to be a little bit longer today. You could check on that for me, too. I'd appreciate it, Christy. Seems like it's running a little bit slow. Oh. Well, I'll give Kaylee a call, and she'll take care of that. I think we're going to wrap this up right off here anyways. Let people get on to their weekends and whatnot. And 8 seconds apart, yeah? Yeah, I think the delay depends on my internet and the person internet that's receiving it, because Christy has an 8-second delay, and I know there's a lot of others out there that have shorter and some even longer. I've seen delays up to 2 minutes, and I think it's got a lot to do with what they have for internets too. So it's hard. It's one of those things you can't make everybody happy. You kind of balance it out, and hopefully things are coming across as even as possible. But anyways, hey, I appreciate each and every one of you coming out and helping me and giving me some watch time. Well, I appreciate it very, very much. And that time is adding up, and soon we'll make the goals there, I hope. And people in the background, there's 5 that are watching right now, and there's only a couple people talking. So I know there's a few people out there that are just supporting, and I appreciate that every time it happens, and very much. So, anyways, I'm gonna cut it on out here. Until next time, guys. Wherever you are in your neck of the woods, be it morning, noon, or night, I hope you're all having a great one. Take care now. Have a great weekend, and God bless.